Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present Guthormr, a Palladium story, with David Larkins as the Game Master.
But yes, so let's see. We left off last time with Guthormr heading off into the mountains in sort of not incognito, but what shall we say? Sort of sneaking off, right?
A little bit. I absconded.
You absconded. You eloped in the night to your destiny with fate, we'll say.
That's right. And I ran into Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
who is Alyssa's sister.
Indeed. She is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Now things are starting to come back to me. I was laying down earlier and I was like, what happened? And
yeah,
I started to remember, and then like things started coming back to me. And now I'm like, oh yeah, now this is like the Predator episode where I get to go through all my sick Viet Cong fantasies. And
that's the plan. Yeah.
I know. I was gonna like, damn. I even watched Predator, and I was like, oh, I gotta take notes and figure out all the traps.
Gotta take notes.
Gotta take notes in the third act of Predator.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we shall see. So what were your immediate plans? You wanted to get out of town at night just so that you weren't going to be tracked or noted or tailed or anything.
Right. Mainly from Hellfire's boys.
Hellfire's boys, right. And then you were going to go a ways out and then what, like camp or what were your plans there exactly?
Well, I know that I'm on my own time because she's not going to come for me until I blow the whistle.
Correct.
I think.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I'm just going to go out to the mountains. I think I am going to like earnestly try to track this creature.
Okay.
This worm.
Mm-hmm.
Because who knows? I may be able to bend it to my will. And if I can have a worm creature from another dimension on my side, that might make things a little easier. Because I do intend on... I have a growing list of people that I need to kill. So I need to start making progress. These people who are living are my pile of shame, and I need to...
Right. Although I just saw a video on YouTube last night where the guy calls his pile of opportunity. So maybe it's more like that. It's your pile of opportunity.
I don't want to give an unnecessary plug, but there is a website called Pile of Potential.
There you go.
That is a tracker, I suppose, for all of the money you've spent on plastic.
Nice.
Yeah. And you can put how much money you've spent on it. And I'm like, I don't know why anyone would do that.
Maybe if they're into like, masochistic financial domination or that
exactly.
kind of thing. Yeah.
They need to redo. They'll do a remake of Little Shop of Horrors, and instead of a dentist, it's a Games Workshop employee. And...
I'm just seriously now imagining like hiring a dom to like force you to buy miniatures and then tell her how much you spent on it.
Oh, nice. That's a kink I'm into.
I'm sure there are some people who've done that.
Yeah. You're like, hey, make me buy this Bellacore model. Like, find the most expensive one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, my electric bill's due tomorrow.
Okay, so you are actually intent on hunting the worm.
I am intent on hunting the worm.
Okay.
And I'll probably, although I'm not, I don't know. I mean, like if I find the worm, I find the worm.
Mhm.
If not, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get everything kind of like I'll try to find the worm, and then I'll set up my traps maybe, or I'll set up my traps and then I'll try to find the worm. And then if I find the worm, I might try to bend it to my will. And if not, I'll just let it go and to do its own thing. And then I'll probably blow the whistle and, you know, like cover myself in mud and hug the tree and
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
all that,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
All right. All right. So in terms of setting, let's kind of review what it would take to set the traps.
Yes.
So that you can sort of
because I should be
accordingly.
Yeah, I should be outfitted for this.
Okay, yeah, let's also that's the other thing. You're heading off into the wilderness, so let's see what you got. Do you have rations?
I think I do.
Okay.
Would they be in my backpack? I got a backpack, a water skin, a tinderbox. I could have swore I had rations. Unless, oh wait, no, I brought a bunch of cheese and bread. I've been stocking up.
That's right.
The last few days.
That's right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. How about shelter? Do you have a tent, sleeping bag? It's springtime in the mountains, so it's still going to get pretty cold at night.
I do have a bedroll.
Good.
But I don't have a tent, and I think that's okay because I don't want a bedroll. I'm okay with, but I wouldn't want a tent. I would probably just like make my own small shelter or find like a dry cave somewhere.
Sure.
That way I leave less of a footprint, leave no trace.
That's right. All right, cool. How about grease paint for any dramatic camouflage, face paint kind of deals?
You know, like it wasn't in one of the kits. But there's plenty of mud around. I do remember it's been snowing and raining.
Yeah.
And we're in the mountains. So finding some mud, I think, is going to be okay.
I think mud's good. Yeah. God's camouflage.
That's right. That's right. That's what I like to call it. Just stepped in a big God's camouflage.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's see here. Right.
Also, I brought a parallel box and some rings.
Right, of course. Yeah, you gotta have your full gymnasium equipment set up. Yeah.
You know, hey, use it or lose it, you know?
Right.
I don't want that 30 going down to a 25.
Oh, Jesus. Skill degradation rules. That's what every RPG needs.
And finally, I found the niche that I'm looking for.
There are systems out there with skill degradation rules.
Oh my God. Brutal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as far as
why would you do that to someone?
I know. GURPS has rules for it, but they are optional, to be fair.
Oh, well, good. How kind.
Yeah, like if you wanted to do some kind of real hardcore God mode level.
God tier. That's the next show, dude. Is God tier RPG, where we have all the worst rolls from every game.
The hardest games out there.
That's right. Hard mode.
Oh man.
Hard mode RPG. I would watch that.
That would be interesting. The Aftermath is a system from the 80s that calculates encumbrance out to the third decimal point. So
oh my God, yes.
I think
that's my kink.
I think it has 30 hit locations and 50 armor slots or something like that. Like,
oh my God, 50 armor slots. Are they counting each finger and toe individually?
Probably are. So if you have fingerless gloves.
Finally.
Oh, my finger. If only I bought the full glove.
I'm wearing finger armor on my index fingers. I
was trying to save on that third decimal point of encumbrance.
I had to carry that 6 ounces of water in my water skin.
All right. right. So as far as setting traps, I think actually, weirdly enough, detect ambush is the best skill. Do you have detect ambush?
I have a 40 listeners
Not
in
bad.
detect ambush, and
Good.
I have surveillance, camouflage,
Mm-hmm.
and cook if I need to cook some, if I want to have fondue while I'm out here.
Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah, because it says that detect ambush. Let me get back to it and scroll away. Detect ambush also provides a rudimentary knowledge of guerrilla tactics used by bandits and soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds about like what you're trying to do.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep, that's the only thing that seems to talk about that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's good. We will start from there. And as far as tracking the worm, that would be track animals.
So I don't have that.
Okay. Track and trap animals, that's the full name of it.
Oh, okay. I only have track humanoids.
Track humanoids.
So
yeah.
I know he's got feet.
He does. And actually I was looking at this earlier, and it's a little, this is shocking for a Palladium game. It's a little unclear.
What?
The language is a little sloppy, but because track animals, obviously it says, what does it say here specifically? It enables the character to identify an animal by its track, scent, spoor, and habits. Spore, not spoor. Okay. The individual can also follow the animal's tracks and other signs, and you can then also trap them.
Interesting.
Which might be another skill to use, but you don't have it. So, all right.
Sure.
So detect ambush is fine for that. But then if we go to track humanoids, which seems to be fairly unambiguous in its name, but
the text would suggest otherwise.
Because it says literally, and I quote, visual tracking is the identification of tracks and following the path of men or animals by the signs they leave on the ground and vegetation.
We're going by raw here, dude.
I mean,
rules as written. I can track man or animal.
You can track Bigfoot.
Both man and animal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll let Manimal. I'll let you go. If we can track, if I can track this thing with this, I mean, it might even be like I don't know, a penalty.
Slightly higher difficulty, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah. I don't know how this game works, so yeah.
Worst case scenario, you just roll the equivalent of default roll, which is just your attribute plus the D100 roll.
Right.
Okay, so let's go over the terrain a little bit then, just so you can get an idea of what you're dealing with here. So
need to get in Guthormr's headspace.
That's right. Channel all those various faces from that collage that you made.
No, I have to post that somewhere.
You do. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to put that up with the first episode. All right. So you are right in the foothills of these mountains, which means you'll be up amongst them pretty quickly. In fact, you're right below the tree line. So, I mean, you're pretty high elevation as it is already. And then you're just going to kind of be moving up into these hills, and very quickly, the mountain peaks themselves are, sort of towering above you, even in the darkness. So, plenty of opportunities for creativity here, ravines, box canyons, if you can think of it, you could probably find it. So
good.
Yeah. So what are you thinking?
Hmm.
And how do you want to set it up?
Oh God. All right. So are we going? We're going straight to traps.
If you want to, or you can start tracking. It's really up to you.
I guess on my way up there, I would be like idly looking for tracks,
Mm-hmm.
kind of just being like, is this what is this worm called? It's hold on. I know it's got a funky name. A worm of tout.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, is this a track of a worm of tout? Or is it a beaver?
You know what? Since this is technically a demon, I'd say you could actually use demon and monster lore.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say you're using your knowledge of demon, signs of demonic activity.
That's right.
To look for, something that's not just a beaver track, for example.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And I imagine, so I learned something last night. I've been watching David Attenborough's it's like Life in Color is the documentary, and been learning that like animals can see in like ultraviolet light and stuff like that, so they can see things that we can't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I imagine maybe Guthormr might. I'm not gonna say like his eyes have evolved to see demon tracks, but
yeah, I get it.
But he like knows the signs to look for.
Yeah.
Okay.
It reminds me, I recently found out that apparently water has a taste, but our taste buds can't taste it, but dogs can.
Huh.
So dogs can taste water and we can't. And that's been like quietly blowing my mind on a daily basis ever since I heard that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And we'll never know if it's good or not.
We'll never know. We'll never know what water tastes like. And our dogs can't tell us.
I know, dude. I'm living in hell.
All right. So let's get a roll. Let's get a roll. It would be your mental affinity plus your demon and devil lore skill plus D100.
Okay, so I rolled a 44.
Okay.
My mental affinity is 11, which puts me to 55.
Right.
And then demons and monsters is 35, which puts me at like 86. 80. No, wait.
55, 90.
90.
Good 90. All right.
Solid.
All right.
I had to use Google Dice for that one.
And they betrayed you.
I got a 44. It didn't give me a 1 like my real dice did.
Oh, well.
Last session, or a 2 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that.
I did too, All of my rolls are partial successes for me, for Kenny.
Right.
Regardless of what the rules say.
That's right. Okay. All right. So with a 90, yeah, you're not seeing anything. There's
okay.
What you can say definitively is it's not here. It's not in this area.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So all right. So yeah, I'm gonna Guthormr keeps walking up the mountains here.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, how far does the road go up into the mountains, or does it go up at all?
Okay, let me go back here. Yeah, the road very quickly veers off to kind of just follow the tree line, more or less. It's clearly heading to some other town, which, hey, could always just keep on walking. But yeah, otherwise
too many people to kill.
That's right. That's right. You got a laundry list. That's right. So yeah, otherwise you have to kind of strike off into the wilderness pretty quickly.
Okay, then I will. Yeah. So okay, that's easy. So I'll do that, and yeah, I'll just start heading up. And as I'm walking, I'm looking for two things. One, I'm looking for signs of the worm of tout.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I'm looking for like an advantageous position, which I can surround with my horrible death traps and summon my foes. And then third, I have a distant third thing that I'm kind of looking for.
Okay.
I'm looking for signs of combat in the area. And I'm not talking like, a wolf and a bear start fighting each other. I'm like, I want to see if I can find traces of the people who have come before me, or signs of a list, like maybe like probably not witch-like activity, because Alyssa wasn't a witch, was she? She didn't have a familiar.
No.
So yeah, whatever Alyssa's vibe might be, if I'm like, if I'm like sniffing around, I'm like, ooh, that's Alyssa's perfume, in the area or whatever. Or like, if she exploded some dude and his family ring is all that's left or whatever, like all we found was his finger.
Right.
Like I'm looking for that kind of stuff too, but
yeah,
those are just like things that are passing through Guthormr's mind.
Gotcha. Okay. As far as ambush sites, I go ahead and make that detect ambush roll, and again add your mental affinity to that one.
Okay. Mental affinity, so 76, that would be 80 11 80 87.
87. Okay. All right. So the terrain's still fairly gentle in this area, kind of more of the rolling hills rather than the steep crevasses, that kind of thing. Well, actually, I do have a handy dandy little mountainous terrain generator here.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I stand by what I said. Yeah, it's not yet getting as rough.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm taking it easy too, because I sprained my ankle the previous day, the previous evening. So
that's right.
Yeah, I'm not hoofing it, up the mountainside. I'm going pretty leisurely as I can be. So yeah, I guess I just keep walking until I find something, or until it starts getting dark and I'm like, okay, I need to set up camp.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll say each one of these rolls, your tracking rolls at least, are encompassing about 4 hours of walking, say.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, so that means you've walked,
I probably need to sleep at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you have been, been up for 24 hours.
Oh, no, wait, we did an endurance roll for that, I think. Or no, we didn't. That was me. That was me trying to stay up around midnight.
Oh, that's right. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can set up camp now, or you can make another endurance roll.
I might try to find a spot that I can set up camp and a fire that's not going to be too, conspicuous.
Okay, sure. No problem. And I'd say that's something that you know how to do.
Dope.
Just as a general thing. You spend a lot of time out in the wild, so
I do.
Okay.
I might even try to like hunt some small game. I've got a javelin on me, so if I see if I see a rabbit or even like a small deer, some squirrels, whatever I can find.
Why don't we do an all-encompassing wilderness survival roll then?
Now we're talking.
Yeah, and you can
as I look to see if I have wilderness survival. I've got 40 in that. Okay, and then I add
your, what? Since you're hunting and you're add your physical prowess to that one.
Physical. That's PP. Okay. I'm gonna leave the mic on when I roll dice.
Please do.
People like that.
That's one of the most satisfying sounds known to man.
That's right. Man, not a great roll. 40, 56.
Okay.
79.
Oh, hey, well, there you go. I set the difficulty at easy for that one, so you are good to go. That would be 79. Okay, so that's a regular success.
Ooh.
Did you succeed? Yes, but. Ooh, it's a yes, but.
Oh, now we're talking.
Uh-huh. May not have gone as well as a character had hoped, or something unexpected has occurred. Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Could have been
I
a
like that lot.
boar or something.
Let's see. The roll is still successful, only just. Okay. Um, so you managed to bag a somewhat rangy hare,
Mm,
not a lot of fat on it.
okay, fair. Pretty
What with it
lean.
being, yeah, very lean. What with it being spring and all,
Yeah.
But it's good enough, and you find a spot that seems suitable, kind of out of the wind, leeward side of a small hillock where you can make camp and be reasonably assured your smoke isn't going to rise too high, and yeah, you just kind of set things up. Now this is kind of mid-morning, I'm imagining, right? Like you've
Yeah.
kind of walked through the night past dawn looking for tracks once the sun came up, and then you're kind of like, oh, I should probably, I'm far enough away from town, I can sleep for the
Right.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably somewhere around like 8 or 9 in the morning, maybe even before, somewhere
Okay.
between 6 and 9.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you get the hair on a spit, start roasting it up, lay out your bedroll, etc. Give me one more roll. This is just a perception roll, so it'd be D100 plus your mental affinity.
Plus my mental affinity. Oof. That would be a 38. Pretty good.
That's really good. So yeah, you're just kind of watching that rabbit roast and getting ready to dig in when quite close to the camp you do hear some underbrush rustling amongst the trees, some dead leaves scrunching.
I get alert and I stand up. I'm intentionally leaving my weapons behind.
Okay.
Kenny is because I want to wrestle an animal barehanded. Yeah, and I'm like hunched down and I've got my hands out like I'm ready to, like catch like a wolf's, front limbs if it's reaching at me, or like pry open a bear's mouth if I have to, or something like that, because I'm rolling really good. So, so I'm ready. My last 2 rolls have been great, so I'm ready to.
Yeah, you're really on fire. So this is.
I'm really on fire. Yeah,
tempt fate.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So you stand up, you peer into the bracken.
Yeah, I put my hand up to my brow. Start looking around. I have a brow that hangs over my eyes, quite a Cro-Magnon brow. Some might say.
Some might say, and as you stand there waiting to see what's causing this ruckus, expecting a bear or a wild pig or something along those lines, maybe a deer, but no, it is none of those things. It is instead a human being stumbling out of the bracken in the bush. It is a man. He looks like he's been living very rough indeed. He has a shaggy brown beard and shoulder length brown hair that's kind of thinning on top a bit. You note he's missing an eye, although it looks like an old wound, nothing recent. Most notable are his clothes. It looks like they were once very fine clothes. They were some kind of dyed buckskin leather with like extensive fringe, like really, really extensive fringe, like a foot long,
Whoa.
But the dye has faded. The buckskin is torn in places. and all of it is caked in mud. He's obviously been out in the wilderness for a very long time. Most strange of all, though, perhaps, is the fact that he is dragging behind him in a very desultory fashion a massive sword. I mean, this thing is like 8 feet long, 2.5 feet wide, with this like super long grip,
R.I.P. Kentaro.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And you note that it has extensive runic inscriptions up and down the fuller, I believe it's called, right? Little gutter
Correct.
up the middle. Yeah. So that's what you see.
Has he seen me?
He's looking around. His one good eye is very wild, bloodshot and wide open, and he's kind of sniffing the air. So you could reasonably assume he caught the scent of your roasting rabbit.
Right. Okay. I want to duck down and in whatever bush is nearby, silently, kind of stealthy. But I want to get as close to in his way as I can.
Oh.
Because my intent is when he walks by me, I will leap out and tackle him from behind.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Do you have the prowl skill?
The prowl skill, I don't have. That's something I'm looking into, though.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, yeah.
So that would then just be a D100 roll plus your physical prowess.
Okay. Oh, man, the prowl skill. I feel like I had something similar to that because I feel like we talked about it before, but that's okay. All right, D100 plus physical prowess. Oh, buddy. Okay, so how do you count? I guess I forgot to tell. Is a zero or is a 0 a 10?
Well, depends on what you just rolled. Is there something?
Okay, fair.
Is it 0, 0, 0?
No.
Then it's 0.
Okay, you're right. Because 0, 0, 0 is 100.
Is 100, yeah. Exactly.
Okay, cool. So if that's the case, I got 116.
Oh wow! So you did roll 100.
Oh no, sorry. 106. So I rolled a 90.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, I was thinking about the 0 in the tens place.
I got you.
Yeah. All right, so you rolled a 90.
I rolled a 90, and then 16.
Cool.
So,
okay,
but I don't roll again because my natural roll was not over 92.
91 is the cutoff.
91.
So you're 1 point away from.
Can I spend a point of luck?
Sadly, no. No luck mechanics here. This isn't God tier, but it is King tier. So
no luck is kind of God tier.
Yeah, that's true, actually. All right, so well, that's good though. 106 is excellent. He's distracted by the rabbit roasting anyway. So I'm going to say that would have been an easy difficulty to begin with. So you succeeded quite well.
Do I get a yes and?
You didn't quite get a yes and. No.
Oh.
It goes yes, but yes, and then yes and.
I'll take a yes.
You got a yes. So that's good. So basically, he does not see you. You are in a perfect position to jump him as he is moving forward.
Okay. So yeah, as soon as he walks by, I'm basically going to leap out like a panther with my rippling muscles and smoldering eyes and tackle him from behind. That's the goal.
All right. With a pantherish twist.
Yeah. And I want to take him down to the ground. Like I don't want to hurt him necessarily. Although, I mean, I will gouge out his remaining eye if I need to. But I do want to take him to the ground and kind of like hold him there so I can inquisitate him.
Right. All right. So now normally I would say that's a free attack. However, as you start to jump, it seems like some kind of weird sixth sense tips him off
Oh,
at the last second.
I like
So
that.
I am going to give him an initiative roll,
Okay, fair.
and you should make one as well. So that's D100 plus your speed.
Okay, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, dude. 81 plus 14, 95.
All right, I rolled a 98 on my first roll.
What?
So his final total is 187.
Whoa. This dude's a badass.
Yeah, so you might be a panther, but he is a tiger.
Whoa.
Yeah. Clash of the big cats.
That's right. I like that. No, I love the idea. Like I can see it in my mind. Like I leap out of the bush, you know, and he like turns around and there's like that moment where like his sword goes up and like I'm, you know, gripping it and it's like king.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally. So yeah, indeed, he does bring that sword around. So let's see how
More
well
like
he
a
does
hunk
with
of
it.
iron. What's the quote?
Oh, right, yes, I think that's very close to, if not the actual quote. Yeah. Let's see here. Right. Okay.
I want this dude's sword, but I also could like throw it away because I prefer fighting things with my bare hands. And then finding a sword buried in a skeleton and picking that up, maybe.
Sure.
In an
Ideally.
In an ideal world, I'm going into every combat unarmed.
All right. Well, let's see. Not too great on his combat roll. His
Okay.
initiative roll was, you know, you put it all into that. So
All right, yeah. A sixth sense will do it.
So let's see here. So that 45 plus his strike bonus. So, oh wait, let me just grab that. Thought I had that, but I don't. One moment, please.
Of course.
All right, so with my new handy dandy quick reference tables.
Ooh.
And let's see. Okay. So that is a 65 altogether.
Okay. Do I do anything about this?
Yes. So as you
what do I do?
As you said, you were picturing blades clanging together. Well, that would
his
be
blade.
That would be your parry roll.
Oh, okay. So even though I am unarmed,
that's true. You are.
I think I would maybe dodge. Is
dodge would be, yeah, that would be the way to go.
Okay. And what did he get?
65.
65. Let's go.
So you're going to add your dodge bonus plus your physical prowess.
Okay, thank God. So I rolled a 45. My dodge is plus 15. So that puts me at 60. And then my physical prowess is 16, which puts me at 66.
Okay. Very good. So you dodged out of the way. That does cost one of your attacks.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I dodge. Yeah, the blade comes out. I'm mid-air when it comes out. And I have Mega Man physics. So I do something where I can't even, my imagination has its limits.
Yeah, goddamn weeknight gaming.
For real. I double jump and then
yeah.
And then I hit the ground in a 3-point landing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's what matters. A blinding light fills the screen, and then I hit the ground in a 3-point landing.
Right.
It's the anime, like black and white. The screen flashes, and you have to look away. You can't see anything because you're in the back room. And you're like, this show's trying to give me a seizure.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what happens. And I look up at this guy. Does he have anything else to do?
Okay, so the way combat works is that basically
Oh, that's right. He gets his tax, right?
he gets as many attacks as he's due until such time as his attack is, negated, in which case, and
Right.
then the initiative passes to you. So you've got the initiative.
Sick. So without breaking initiative, I guess I just kind of want to look up at him,
Mhm.
for my 3-point landing.
Yeah.
And I've dug my what is it, the balls of my feet into the ground because I'm ready to leap at this dude again.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look up at him and just be like, "Who are you?"
Okay. All right. So he has spun around as you were jumping over his swing, and he's facing you, and he's pulled the sword up into a guard position, but then he's squinting down at you, and he's like,
"Ooh, you ain't no wolfin'. Ooh, it's been a long time since Callus has seen a human being. Ooh, blood and fire."
So he's just kind of like weirdly muttering to himself.
Okay, but he's in a guard position, so I don't think he's gonna start coming at me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, "Lower your sword," and we do not like the fighting can stop.
Okay. So he's like,
"Ooh, you got any of that sweet meat to share out with a poor beggar man? Oh, yeah."
When he says sweet mates, is he talking about what is he talking about?
Hard to say.
Hard to say. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can. There's not much on that rabbit, but I mean, this dude's had a hard time, and I'm not here to kill him. And he's got a gigantic sword, and he looks like Ozzy Osbourne in like 1978. If Ozzy and Guts had a love child, it would be this dude. And that's the kind of dude I like to party with. So, yeah, I'm going to stand up kind of slowly. I don't want to freak him out. Like you said, his eye is all wild and bloodshot. I'm going to say, I've got food cooking, and you're welcome to what you can have.
So he stares at you for a couple seconds, and then seems to decide it's okay to take his gaze off of you, and he looks over at the roasting rabbit, and then he lowers the sword.
Okay, yeah, I lead him back to the cave, and I imagine by now the rabbit's probably cooked. So I shave off whatever meat that I can give him, and rabbit's pretty lean, and so this dude seems pretty lean as well. So I don't know. I mean, I know you can get like protein sick from eating too much rabbit. This dude might be on his last.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get on his good side so he can bequeath me the sword.
So he starts tearing into it, and after he's just done nothing but noisily smack away on the meat for a little while.
Probably doing the same, I don't want him to feel weird, so I'm also like
and he's like sucking his fingers off and whatnot, and like
I would also probably give him some cheese and bread. Not a ton, but a little bit. I've got some with me, and he's more than welcome to make a little breakfast Sammy. The old cheese and rabbit breakfast sandwich. The McRabbit.
Right. So he accepts that with gratitude, of course, and so you can kind of see the color returning to his face. And by the way, what languages do you speak?
I speak my northern tongue. I speak Elven, and I speak Wolfen. And I remember he did say you're not a Wolfen, so I wonder if he speaks Wolfen.
Yes, we're gonna say that he has been speaking in Wolfen up to this point.
Sounded like Wolfen.
But he then switches to a human tongue that you are not familiar with.
Oh,
And
Okay.
then as he sees that you're non-comprehending, he switches over to another one. He says,
Do you speak wolf or not wolfen? Do you speak elven, brother?
I'm nod and I say, "Aye." A light shines on our meeting.
all right. So he says,
Tell me, have I reached the Eastern Territory yet, or am I still in the Wolfen Empire?
He has reached the east. We're in the Eastern Territory, right?
technically not. You are on the far side of the mountains, which means that, well, yeah, you're right on the border, essentially.
Okay.
Let's just say.
I'm gonna tell he needs to head what, south?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be like a few.
Or even east would
Okay.
put him in there. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll tell him just like few clicks south and east, and you'll be back in the Eastern Territory.
Thank the gods. Oh, yeah. I've been living rough for a long time, brother. Ever since I escaped the clutches of the wolfen.
See, it sounds like he's the real cream of the crop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna so be like, why are you trying to escape the wolfen?
That is a long story, brother. It's an even longer one once this sword comes into it.
Ooh, I got time.
Is there a town nearby?
Yeah. There's a place called Badland, just south of here, named for an old, well, maybe not old, but named for an elven woman who holds sway over the village, keeps it in a cold grip.
Well, it's better an elf than a wolf. That's what I always say. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Tell me, do they have any taverns there?
They got Jenny's Tavern, if you like the taste of piss.
I've been drinking out of mountain streams and fetid pools for the last 4 months, so yeah, I'll take piss over that any day. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to offer him a drink of my water skin.
He takes a pull off of that. He says, I'm
a little light on the gold, however. What do you say we work out a deal? Give me some beer money. I let you have old Trigom here.
The sword?
That's right, brother.
Holy shit. I'm going to say, I have not the money to afford such a trinket, such an artifact.
Name your price.
Give him 196 gold.
So you just throw over your money pouch, basically.
Yeah, I just take my money pouch and put it there, and I say, whatever is in it is yours.
He picks it up, hefts it, and his one good eye actually tears up a little bit.
It's been a long time since Callus has heard the sound of gold. Sounds like freedom. Here you go, brother.
And he just, takes the sword he's been cradling on his lap and hurls it into the ground next to your feet.
Nice.
Sticks into the earth.
Yeah, camera inches from the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Out of focus, then comes into focus. Let me delete all my money real quick. I nod. What did he call this sword?
Trigom.
Trigaum.
Trigom.
Ooh, even better. I stand up and I grip the shaft of this blade, of this mighty blade.
Mm-hmm.
I take it out of the ground and start doing like Conan sword poses with it.
All right, so you start doing that while this callous fellow, as he refers to himself, is just like sitting there completely nonplussed, like with one cheek full of food as he's like munching away, got the little rabbit bone in his other hand, and so you're whipping this thing around. It, despite its ludicrous size, it handles like a normal sword.
Yes.
So I assume you have sword proficiency.
No.
You do not.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I have weapon proficiency. I have broadsword specifically.
Yeah.
I would assume this is a broadsword.
Yeah. So you have a broadsword. That's the sword you have. So that would fall under weapon proficiency sword, which this one also would. So yeah.
Sick.
Okay. So any bonuses that apply from your weapon proficiency for your broadsword would also apply for this as well.
Okay.
So you're throwing this thing around, and it's obviously
Slowly, with reverence.
okay. Yeah. It's obviously a sort of great antiquity and superior make, we'll say. It is cutting through the air, even as you swing it gently.
Mm.
And then in your head,
yes,
you hear a voice.
Finally.
And it's just this little voice in your head, and it says, well, hello there, who are you?
Oh God. Ramirez. I probably, out of shock, dropped the sword.
Okay.
And then I look to Callus.
So okay. Mm-hmm.
And I say, did you say something?
So he chuckles a little bit. Oh, yeah. You and Trigom are going to get well acquainted, I can tell you that much. Oh, yeah. And as he's saying that, your hand still kind of hanging there open where you dropped the sword, and the sword fell to the ground. And then it just kind of goes right back up into your hand.
Here we go. Yeah, I guess I in my head, I have an internal monologue like David Lynch's Dune.
Yep.
So I'm whispering.
Right. As the camera's like framing your eyes.
Oh, right. I say, Trigom. My name is Guthormr.
And so, in your head, it responds and it says, I am Trigom. Some call me the Chaotic.
Huh. I don't want to be like, why do they call you that? seems like a weird, seems like something I'll figure out later. I'm going to say, well, you know what? I want to make I would like to make a roll here.
Sure.
Demons and monsters, to see if this is like a demon sword.
Yep.
Or perhaps a demon is possessing this sword.
Yep.
I've read tales about swords that become demons. Kenny has.
Known to happen.
Let's see here. So I rolled an 85.
Nice.
Demons and monsters puts me plus 35.
So
which is somewhere around 120. Yeah.
And then your IQ.
Oh, and my IQ is like 7.
Okay.
So 127.
Alrighty, 127. Well, that's quite good. That's quite
Hmm.
good. Let's see.
My
here.
birthday. I was born on the 127th of March.
Nice. Okay. So I'm going to say with that, you are ignorant of what exactly is going on here, other than the fact that obviously the sword has had some kind of intellect bound into it. Whether that be a demon or not, you don't know for sure. But you have, yes, like you say, you have heard of swords that are of very ancient dwarven manufacture that sometimes did have demons bound into them.
Oh. I carry a dwarven dagger on me. Does Trigom look dwarven made?
Yes.
Sick. Okay. As I'm thinking about this, does Trigom say anything? Like, can Trigom just like read my thoughts?
If it can, it's giving no indication.
Okay. Some call him Trigon the Chaotic. Yeah, I'm willfully not asking that because I want to figure out that later by surprise. Okay. I'm gonna say in my internal monologue, what do you want, Trigom?
Trigom only wishes for one thing. That is adventure.
You've come to the right spot. I'm gonna nod. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna look to Callus and in my internal monologue say, who is he?
That is my former owner, Kalish Tandu. We had several run-ins in the Western Empire last year, and he found me out in the wilderness. Or rather, I found him.
Ooh. Okay.
But our time together has grown short. I sensed that you could provide far more entertainment and danger.
If it is danger you want, Trigom, you have found the right owner.
Excellent. Then to danger we shall go. North by northwest. I shall guide you.
Oh.
And in fact, you can feel the sword kind of pulling, like almost like a compass needle, just like pointing in a particular direction.
Just like, wait, what is the movie that does that? Oh, it's The Princess Bride.
Right.
That's right. Where he's like telling his dad to point him in the direction.
That's right.
I got a movie reference for everything, dude.
All good.
So
all good.
Okay, so I'm gonna say in time. We have business here that needs tend to. And I'm gonna put I'm gonna try putting him away, like setting him down or like leaning the blade against the cave wall.
Yeah.
A few paces away from where I'm sitting. Just making sure he's not magnetizing to my hands.
Right. No, that's fine. You're able to do that.
Okay.
But one other thing though, as you're doing that, when you looked at Callus, and asking who he was, let's see here. Get to the right entry here. You kind of saw this weird shimmering outline around him.
Interesting.
And it's like an aura, if you will.
Only while I was holding Trigon?
Yeah, so then as you set Trigom down, the aura disappears.
Interesting. Okay.
And the aura told you the following
Whoa.
information. Let's see here. You were able to get a general sense of his level of experience, let's just say.
Okay.
His overall like power level, I guess,
Sick. Okay.
Which
Is
would be
over 9,000.
Yeah. So qualitatively we would say medium on a scale of low, medium, and high, right?
And where do I rank on, like, if I was like, if I was looking in a mirror?
You would be low.
Okay, fair.
No offense.
Wow. Real gut punch tonight.
Yeah, geez, thanks. You have to tell it like it is.
I know.
And then let's see. You sensed his overall health level, which is not great. He's not very well. And yeah, that's what you sensed. But from a mechanical perspective,
Sure.
doing this in the future, basically, whenever you're holding Trigom, you can sense aura at will, and sense aura is normally a psionic power. So it can be blocked by somebody who knows that, to be on their guard if they have psionics themselves.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I remember Hellfire had psionic abilities, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But you can use it to do the following. It says the aura has many distinctions and can be used to see or sense things invisible to the human eye. So it gives you a general estimate of the level of experience of the person, whether or not they know magic, whether or not they have psychic abilities, whether they're healthy or sick, if they are possessed by anything, and any other like unusual aberration, as it says here. So if they are a supernatural being in disguise, or if they have strange mutations, or a serious illness,
Wow.
So.
OP. And it talks like Sean Connery. All right, let's get to the all right, what are the stats on this baby?
Well, so it doesn't give you any bonuses.
Okay.
As you might have guessed, also, while this sword is in hand, it will never be accidentally dropped. Likewise, Trigom's wielder cannot be disarmed of it during the course of open combat. And then we already covered its ability to point you to the nearest source of danger, which it will do. That is a subjective judgment call on Trigom's part, of course, what constitutes danger. The only other thing would be, I would ask if you might happen to have, what is it? No, I think it's backgammon. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Oh, I do have weapon proficiency sword. Sorry.
Oh, thank God. All right. So
I was looking at, because there's like a huge title that says weapon proficiencies, and then under it is like just a list of weapons.
Yeah.
But I have WP sword in my skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The only other question I'll ask at this moment is whether you happen to have a backgammon set that has a doubling cube.
I don't think so. I left that one at home.
That's fine. We can replicate it with a normal D6.
Oh.
But that's all I'll say for the moment.
Wow. Okay. Is Trigom a gambler? Is he a gambling man?
He will challenge you to a game of backgammon.
That's fair.
We'll play one out in real time.
In real time.
All right. So that's what you got.
Okay. So, but otherwise, it's just like a normal broadsword?
It would, it's gigantic.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Still 2d4 plus 1 on damage, though?
Just leave that blank for now.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. Also, I want a copy of everything you just said. I wrote most of it down,
Yeah.
but obviously it's a lot, and I don't have that much space.
No problem.
I wrote down sense aura at will, see invisible things, general estimate of XP if they know magic, have psychic abilities, healthy or 6, possessed or not, any other unusual aberration, and point to nearest source of danger. Is that about it?
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
You got it.
And when it magnetized to my hand,
Uh-huh.
is that an indication that I can throw it and it'll come back to me?
You can always try.
I will try.
Oh, actually, there is one other thing you
Oh.
can note, which is that you'll get a +5 on all your saving throws as long as you're holding the sword.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. I'm fine with having Trigom for a while. It might be something that I like. Sometimes I leave at home where I'm like, I don't need Trigom right now. Like, I know you just handed me this outrageous weapon, but I'm like, I don't need Trigom like telling me what to do today, so I'm gonna leave it at home. Okay, yeah, and so I leave Trigom just kind of like chilling on the wall, and I finish my dinner with Callus. And I'm not really having like I said, Guthormr is not like a small talk kind of guy.
Right.
But I am gonna ask him if he's seen I wouldn't assume he knows what a worm of tout is. So I might be like, have you seen, a long snake-like creature with feet and hands and the face of a human?
Brother, I haven't seen anything like that, and I hope I never do.
No, I don't blame you. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say you're more than welcome to stay the night or sleep here. Well, I guess it's early morning, so
yeah.
if you like, you can sleep here in the cave for a few hours and leave whenever you like.
I may just.
I myself am gonna retire. So I'm gonna get Trigom. I'm gonna hold him
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna fall asleep. Because I assume if Trigom, like the way it works in Guthormr's mind is like, hey, this sword is sentient.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming a magic sword doesn't need sleep. So if I hold it while I'm sleeping, this is like my keep watch guy.
Oh.
Good
thinking.
Yeah.
All right. So you curl up with the sword and you fall asleep.
Nice.
And so you doze as the sun rises overhead. It's like I say, still pretty chilly up here in the mountains, like high in the mid 40s, kind of thing. But you're used to that kind of weather, and your sleep is more or less, unbothered. Although at one point you are shaken out of your sleep by some shouts from over where Callus is curled up near the dying embers of the fire. And he's just kind of crying out in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, oh, and then he shouts out, "Man eater!" And then he seems to fall back to sleep.
I'm gonna when he does that, I get up and put another couple logs on the fire just to keep everybody warm. And then I'll go back to sleep.
All right. You go back to sleep, and this time you have some, dreams that you only vaguely remember later, but they seem to be, revolving around weird memories that like weird visions, almost like memories of sword fights and combat with opponents you've never seen before, and you're wielding Trigom in your hands as you do so. It's like you're cutting down wolfen, or you're cutting down soldiers, or bandits, and then you're seeing like these vistas you've never seen before, like elven cities in flames under black skies. But it's all very like kind of patchy, like as you wake up,
Good dreams.
losing those visions as soon as you wake up. And when you do wake up, you see that Callus seems to have woken before you and presumably headed off because he's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I just kind of get up. I put out my fire. I eat a little bit more. Nothing crazy, just like a bite or two. And I look at Trigom and, just kind of inspect the blade. And I internalize Trigom. What danger do you point to?
I can only point you towards the danger. I cannot tell you what it is, for I myself do not know. I only know it is the greatest danger within my sense.
Okay. Well, I will attach this sword somehow to my back. Yep.
Well, yeah, presumably back in town, you could have some kind of custom back scabbard constructed.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah.
But, for the time being, you'll just have to carry it over your shoulder like a badass.
Okay, fair.
Sorry,
Dave. Okay. I will carry it over my shoulder. I'm going to wrap it up in shreds of cloth.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like an anime protagonist.
There you go.
Or works. Villain, or both.
Yeah. We're still figuring out where you land.
Yeah, somewhere on there, somewhere on the spectrum of anime villain or protagonist. I put it, sling it over my shoulder, and hang my hand limply off the shaft, and make sure the fire's out, leave no trace, and start heading off into the woods. And I guess now it's probably right around noon, 1 o'clock or so, after
early afternoon,
just after midday. So, I'm looking around again. I'm looking around for signs, everything that I was still looking for. People, combat, man-made combat, I guess. Demon signs and advantageous terrain, because whatever I find first is like, okay, I'm like, if I'm like, ooh, this is the perfect spot for all these death traps, that's where I'm going to start setting up death traps.
Ooh, death traps.
Right, exactly. Because right now, like, Worm of Tau is like, it's like a distant second. Like, ooh, it would be nice if I found the worm.
Okay.
But really, I don't care. I'm here because I'm ready to start making progress on my to-do list.
Yeah. And are you following the direction that Trigom pointed you in?
Vaguely. Like, I'm interested in where Trigom wants me to go, but I'm also like, you're not the boss of me.
Right.
There's a great quote that I'm sure you've read, or maybe our listeners have read. One of the best quotes from a book that I've read in a long time. And it's from an Elric story. And it's when Elric is like, he's like riding off on his horse on kind of like a slow trot. And there's like the omnipotent narrator, is like, he's like an off-road, and I'm paraphrasing, but he's like off-road, like sword and man. If you've never read the Elric books, Elric's
Yeah.
Ulrich's sword is possessed,
Yeah. Yeah.
or it's actually a demon. It's not
Yeah,
possessed.
it is actually a demon. Yeah.
Actually a demon. So it says it says off-road man and sword, and like no one could tell who was the master of whom. You know,
Nice,
like
yeah.
pretty much. You have to try to find the actual quote because it's a sick quote, and I remember.
I do remember that quote. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember reading it, and I was just like blown away. I mean, obviously, like at that time, like we all knew what Elric and his blade, fucking Stormbringer. Thank you. I keep thinking of his brother Mournblade.
Oh right, yeah.
But yeah, Stormbringer is all about.
Right.
But like just that's just such a cool. So we'll see if me and old Sean Khan develop that kind of relationship.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? But right now, I'm putting him in his place, letting him know.
You let him know. Yeah.
Letting him know exactly. Like you're like if you need me, like if you could just go. Like I know you're ready for adventure, but the day you sprout legs is the day you can go get it.
So just picture these little stick legs. You know.
Totally. Walking Buster sword.
Oh my god.
And so yeah, I'm just letting him know, like I'm gonna go your way, but it's gonna be a little bit of my way, and we're going the scenic route, you know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's fine. So let's do another couple pairs of what was it? Detect, ambush, and track.
That's
rolls.
Right. Mm-hmm. And detect ambush, I'm adding my
mental affinity.
That's right. Detect ambush. Okay, so this plus 51. Let's go. Plus 51 is going to be 98.
Not bad. Not quite a success though.
Crazy.
Sadly. All right.
And then track humanoids. And this is also my mental affinity?
Yes.
Okay. So that's plus 41. Ooh. That's going to be 111.
All right. So in both cases, you got a failure, but
whoa, good God.
Well, the tracking's harder. The tracking has a higher difficulty.
Okay, fair.
But they were both both of those came within 50 points of the difficulty number, which means it's a no but.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm going to say with the tracking, oh no, wait, it wasn't tracking, it was demon lore. Would that have changed the total?
Ooh. Demon lore would have given me plus 5, so 116.
Okay, so still not quite.
Instead of track humanoids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because you were looking for demon spoor, if you recall.
That's right.
So I'm going to say that there's no sign of any recent demonic activity in the area. No signs of any kind of battles or bloody combats or anything like that, and plenty of small game and birds about, which means there's probably no demons in the area, right?
Yeah.
But at one point you do stop looking down because a little glint in the sunlight caught your eye. Looking down, you see this rather large, like almost like seashell-sized scale.
Ooh.
That is kind of darkly iridescent, and which you recognize to be typical of a worm of Tout.
I kneel down and dust the mud and snow away with my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick it up and, flip it over, look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I grip it in my fist close my fist around it as I stand up and look to the sky. And then I keep walking. Then the scene changes.
That's right. Now, as for the no but on your looking around for good ambush sites, I will say that what you can ascertain is that nothing locally, but up ahead as the mountains get rougher, you're starting to spot some really promising terrain, within
Awesome.
maybe a few hours walk,
Yeah, is that the direction that Trigon wants me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, hey, our purposes are aligned, and therefore I will go that direction. But knowing that he's sending me in like the direction of the most dangerous thing that he can find, I'm definitely like my senses are at like an 11.
Right.
Regardless of what the dice say.
Yeah, exactly.
My senses are skyrocketing.
All right, so you walk on for a few more hours. Evening is beginning to fall. As you're getting into some of these rougher foothills,
And at this point, once the sun starts setting, or like even before then, I'm like, I know I need to find another place to set up camp because I want to get back on I don't know. Okay, so what do I know about worms of Tau? Are they nocturnal creatures?
I mean, they're demons, so they're just kind of
whenever
entities. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
They're not creatures of the natural world, so
Okay, but does it have like an aversion to sunlight at all?
No.
Okay, so there's no reason for me. I'm good to go then. So I don't need to. I'm not like, oh, I got to get back on my sleep schedule.
Right.
I need to. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be up all night, either setting traps or like hunting demons.
That's the life.
That's right. That's right. And then a Taco Bell run around 3.
Sure.
And then
get that fourth meal.
That's right. But I'm going to stop at Arby's to get the chocolate shake.
So that's fine. So you let's get a let's do another let's do a wilderness survival roll this time, actually.
Okie dokie. Wilderness survival. Okay, and then anything else? Mental affinity.
Mental affinity, yeah.
Okay. So this plus 51.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good.
So far, we're sounded pretty okay. Plus 51 would be a 99.
Wow. All right.
I'm learning big numbers aren't really that big in this game.
Yeah, you generally wanted to hit around 100.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Damn it. My dice don't want it.
All right. Okay, so let's see here. It's a yes, but okay. All right, so you are able to navigate by moonlight, successfully, and sort of avoid any hazards in the dark, unexpected pitfalls or roots to trip over, that kind of thing.
I don't need another sprained ankle.
Right, exactly. But you are obliged to slow down, obviously, with the darkness and all. And furthermore, after darkness has fallen completely, you do spot in amongst the dark rises of the low mountains, maybe about half mile or so off, fair distance, several large bonfires being lit.
Ooh.
Twinkling up out of the dark.
The fireworm. I'm going to. This might be a weird sentence, but I'm gonna. Not that weird, I guess. Okay. But I'm gonna say to Trigon, just be like, Trigon, do you know do you know these fires? Have you come across these before in your travels?
So you feel the blade again kind of vibrating and rising like a compass needle, and Trigon says, that is the source of the greatest danger.
Do these look man-made to me?
Yeah, they definitely are large fires, like large built fires, we'll say.
I'm going in. Before I go in, though, I'm going to get some God's camouflage.
Yep.
You know, mud across the eyes, over my rippling muscles.
Uh-huh.
And then, I'm gonna just kind of like hunker low and just kind of I want to get close enough to see what's going on. I don't need to like make out any faces or anything like that. I just want to get close enough to where I'm like, okay, here's, 5 or 10 people or whatever they might be. And, I just want to see kind of what they're doing. Like if it's a bunch of witches, just like, dancing naked with the goats, I'm like, okay, cool. I got better shit to do, but.
Well, maybe I'll watch for a little while.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch for a little bit. Enjoy my Taco Bell.
That's right. Just eating whatever the fuck, right. 7-layer burrito while you're like watching some witches savage. Meanwhile, in the Sandia Mountains,
right? The lone crunch wrap echoing through the mountains.
What was that? Sisters, I think I heard a crunch wrap.
A crunch wrap supreme. Anyways.
Right. I got you. So you want to get close enough just to ascertain what's going on, basically.
Right. Just to examine the situation. Because if it looks like a bunch of pansy cultists, I'll dramatically like throw off the cover on Trigon and go and swing it. Yeah. But if not, I mean, it's the greatest source of danger, but are they my problem? We'll see.
Exactly. All right. So you're gonna, pick your way amongst the thinning woodland and scrambling up rocky slopes, and then moving amongst boulders and occasionally losing sight of the fires and then catching sight of them again. And as you get closer and closer, you can see like there's 3 fires, and they are large. They are proper like bonfires.
Sick.
They've been built within about 50 yards of each other, out of tree trunks, basically.
Ooh.
And
I feel like I'm in Wicker Man.
And as you're getting closer, occasionally you'll see a shape pass between, in the space between you and the fire, someone circling around the fire. What you note is that whatever it is, it's big enough to eclipse the fire for, a brief second as it moves.
Well,
so it is at least as big as this bonfire.
And is it alone?
Hard to say. I mean, it's just every once in a while, like one of these fires will be sort of briefly eclipsed by something moving around it between, you and the fire. So,
okay. I want to get a little closer, but not close enough to where I'm like out in the open.
Right.
Like once the brush gets too thin, I'm going to stop and see if I can make out a shape, or if I know any kind of like demon lore or even fairy folk, maybe. I'm getting more demon vibe than fairy.
All right, so why don't I get 2 rolls from you? One would be your stealthy roll, which, since you don't have prowl, would just be D100 plus physical prowess.
I need prowl. Guess we know what I'm getting when I level up this session.
Uh-huh.
This plus physical prowess, 16.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, buddy, I got a 95 on the dice.
Oh yeah, roll again.
Plus 80
Damn. All right.
plus 16.
Okay.
So 95 plus 96.
So
191 or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Almost 200.
Kapow.
So that was your stealthy roll. Okay.
I immediately gain prowl for free.
Let's see here. All right. So you beat the best perception roll.
I'm glad I did because I was idly rolling my dice earlier and I rolled like a 20, a 10, and a 10. I was like, I need to get these out of here.
All right. So what'd you say you got? Like a 97 and a 98 or something like that?
It was a 95
95
plus an 80 plus 16.
So 96. Okay. So that's 191. All right.
There we go.
All right. So I rolled six perception rolls. And the best one I also rolled in the 90s, but then rolled very low.
Hey.
Okay, so nevertheless, let's see. Okay, so 90. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good success. That's
I mean, not bad. Damn near 200. So
yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
No.
Exploding D100s. I like that.
Yep. All right. Good. And then the other one would be a perception roll of your own, since you're trying to snoop.
Okay. And this is D100 plus
your mental affinity.
Mental affinity. Okay, so this plus 11. Let's go. Another 90.
That'd be nice.
It was not.
Okay.
But it was a 40. Well, 48 plus my mental affinity, which is 11.
Okay, 59. Okay.
So 59. I mean, not terrible, but it's dark. It is dark. Guys.
It is dark. So
it's dark. I just ate a bunch of Taco Bell.
So I'm going to say that all that you're able to make out without getting closer and risking exposure, you are well hidden. There's no fucking way they're going to see you. So you know that much. But all you're able to make out is that this appears to be some kind of encampment of giants.
Whoa.
Yeah. They're maybe about 15 feet tall. So not the biggest giants in the world, you know.
God, do I need to kill these giants? So what do I know about giants? Are giants fey?
Technically not.
Are they monsters?
Kind of.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Yeah, what are their keywords?
Tell you yeah, exactly.
What's their tags?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Let's see here. What would you know? Giants tend to keep to themselves and are found in mountainous or wilderness areas far from civilization. They are sometimes worshipped by orcs, goblins, and hobgoblins. And although not as common as folklore would have one believe, giants do occasionally plunder and terrorize small human communities. With few exceptions, giants despise humans and their elf and dwarf allies. Many humans fear giants, believing them to be creations spawned from the illicit union between gods and mortals.
So, I'm over here and I've got Trigom in my grip, I guess.
Yeah, in your sweet little hand.
Yeah, what can I tell about their general level of experience?
Right, okay.
Yeah, I want to know. I want the lowdown on these guys. Is there is there one pulling up the rear who's sickly that I can go tag?
Just separate him from the pack and run him down and then just munch on him.
Tell him I'm a wolf.
Savannah. Yep. All right. Let's see. Okay, so the range on this bad boy is 60 feet. And we didn't really establish your range here. But I'm going to say that you did roll very well on your sneak roll. So
and with that roll, I will say I would push it and try to get as I want to get as close as possible as that roll will allow me.
So let's say you're 60 feet away. Let's
Okay.
say you're just at the range of this sea aura power.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, once you activate that, you can see that there are 6 of these giants. And let's see here. You don't sense any magic. You don't sense any psychic abilities. They're
Liking
all
my odds.
yeah, they're all healthy. Generally, I think in terms of like level of experience and all that stuff, I'm picturing it like the higher level you are, the bigger your aura is, right?
Ooh, I like
right.
that.
So I'm gonna say that, let's see here. 5 of them, 5 out of the 6 are low power.
Ooh.
And there is a 6th one who is medium.
And I am low power.
You are.
Are you baiting me, David, to
Okay.
try to kill 6 giants?
I mean,
Because I will. I'm
There's-
just dumb enough to do it.
there's only one way to take this sword for a test spin,
Holy shit. Okay. I don't know. It's not. So
I will say you do get XP for daring.
This is pretty daring. I mean, take it 6v1 giants.
You also get XP for avoiding unnecessary violence, though, to be fair. So
Right. Okay. Fair. Is there more XP for daring?
they're actually equal.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good
Yeah,
game design. Good
is.
job. Good
I'm not
job.
trying to force a particular narrative,
Palladium. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't have beef with these giants.
Right.
And
hate
although
giants.
I don't hate giants, I don't have beef with them. They stay isolated. Even if they came to Bad Town and ransacked everybody, I wouldn't care.
Would it be that much of a loss?
All right, exactly. I'd be like, well, time to go to Good Land.
Somewhere there's a town called Goodland.
That's right. We're the Good family, Goode.
Oh my god. Sounds like a bad 90s sitcom. I play Alan Good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the head of a town. I'm the mayor of a town.
This is my divorced wife.
Yeah, exactly.
my divorcee wife.
Yeah.
And her 3 kids.
But we're forced to work together because she's on the city council.
Jesus.
Writes itself.
I know. Speaking of pitches to HBO. All right. So yeah, Kenny wants to go after these guys, but I think Guthormr doesn't. So Guthormr is dealing with 2 voices in his head right now.
Right.
I was the real Trigom all along.
Oh shit. It's the Trigoms we met along the way.
So yeah, I'm gonna disappoint myself and sadly walk away, I think.
Okay.
Because yeah, I am looking at these guys and I'm like, okay, this is pretty interesting. Well, you know what? Before I leave, oh man, they hate humans, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do they speak Elven / Wolfen / Northern tongue?
Can always try.
God damn it. Okay. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, look, I can maybe try to get these guys on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I get into a giant encampment and blow the whistle, like Alyssa's fucked.
It's true. That's a form of a trap.
It is a form of a trap. The question begs, what do I do with these guys? The question is, what can I offer these giants? Because I don't have any money.
Right.
I'm not giving them Trigon. I guess I could lead them to Bad Town and be like, take it. Or maybe
then there'd be no more Bad Town.
Then there's no more Bad Town, and I can't become the Al Swearingen of Bad Town.
Aww.
But I could probably I wonder if I could set up some kind of like protection kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Mhm.
not necessarily extortion, but like, hey, giants, like I will pay you to protect Bad Town.
Right.
You know, like you guys come in, you collect your payment from Bad Town, and in exchange, you protect it.
You're basically looking to recruit these guys as your personal gang of muscle.
Okay, well, now you sold me on it.
Uh-huh.
6 giants as my muscle. How can I say no? All right, so I stand up. Well, what are they doing? Does it look like they're just partying? Like, is Run DMC and Aerosmith's Walk This Way playing? And
yeah, they put on Soul Finger.
oh god, never mind.
So, no, they yeah, they look like they've just made camp for the night. They're roasting a couple, deer that they've bagged over these bonfires.
Okay.
And they're just kind of moving around as they settle in, and a couple of them are sitting down. Okay, so I will say that you can hear them talking since you're only 60 feet away.
Ooh.
And they're talking some kind of language you don't know. It's a very rough sounding language, but you've never, it might be, their native tongue. It might be gobbly, which is the tongue of orcs, but
can I,
yours.
if I listen to them, do I recognize any like roots or similarities between the languages that I already know? Like if I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, hey, that sounded kind of like Wolfen.
Yeah. Let's see here. Get the language chart. Okay. Yeah, no, it's in its own family. So,
well, I'm surprised there's a language chart. I'm kind of.
Yeah, frankly, I am too, and I'm looking right at
it. This is
like,
where
am I just hallucinating this?
I know. This is where the development time went.
Yeah, exactly. This.
We're done playing this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. All right. Well, fuck it, dude. We're gonna try. I can't not try to get a gang of 6 giants to be my muscle.
Hello.
No, for real. It's too enticing.
Yeah, it's far too enticing.
Meet Macho Man, get Highlander Guts Sword, and also gang of 6 giants in 3 hours. Let's go.
Come on. Fuck's sake.
For real. This is the days of high adventure.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Tread this world beneath your jeweled.
That's right. My diamond shoes are too shiny.
That's right. Okay. All right. So what do you want to try to talk to them in?
Well, no. Okay. So how far? It says northern tongue, but how far north am I?
You are north enough. The northern tongue is still the predominant language amongst humans here.
Okay.
I would just say, keep in mind what I mentioned about them hating elves, humans, and dwarves.
Yeah, true.
Right.
So I think Wolfen's my best bet here. And we're right on the border of the Wolfen Empire anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know, since I hate wolves, but I also am keen to their culture?
Yes.
Do I know if they have dealings with giants? Do they find themselves allied?
Yes.
Oh, now we're talking. We have something in common.
Yeah.
Okay. I will stand from the brush and walk toward the fire. I have Trigom over my shoulder, but again, it's cloaked in scraps of cloth. And I will make myself known. I'm not going to go there and wait for someone to come and stumble upon me thinking that I'm like trying to steal their deer. So in Wolfen, I will call out, like hail or whatever it is. Start sniffing their butts like Wolfen do.
Like Wolfen do. All right, so all right, so what's your percentage in Wolfen?
40.
All right, roll that plus your mental affinity, since that's kind of your natural charm. Or, physical beauty wouldn't matter to them. Mental affinity. Mental affinity plus your Wolfen language skill plus D100, please.
Okay. So that's 55.
Okay.
Plus, I'm having a stroke. 45.
So 100.
That's right.
Great. On the nosy.
On the nose.
You needed 100. You got 100.
Oh, holy shit. Okay.
Good time to do it. All right. I would say that was a clever idea as well as a successful skill roll.
And daring, if I might add.
I'm going to throw in some daring and avoiding unnecessary violence.
Ooh, buddy, I'm racking them up.
You are.
I'm good. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, I'm jumping 2 levels tonight.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, okay, so I would classify these guys as a major menace, right? There's minor, major, and great. Okay.
Right.
Killing or subduing a major menace is 100 points. Whereas daring is 100 points. Avoiding unnecessary violence is 100 points. Clever idea or action is 100 points. So that's 300 points right off the bat there.
Bro.
So that's the equivalent of killing 3 giants without even...
I'm going to arm wrestle all of them and get another 600 points. I'm going to milk this mob, bro.
Oh, man. Arm wrestling? I'm in. All right, so...
Turn my hat backwards.
That's right. It's time to go over the top. All right. So you step into the firelight, and
I'm the worst character.
Why? I think that's great.
Okay.
I told you I played with somebody for 20 years who actively emulated Bruce Campbell with all of his characters.
That's true.
No, but you step into the firelight, and 6 giants immediately turn to look. So what you see are, like I said, these guys. It's all males. I was a little bit lowballing it there. They're closer to 20 feet.
Okay, fair.
They're in the 15 to 20 foot range, and they're all they're wearing variations of tanned hides. Some of them even have hardened leather with metal studs. They have axes and maces and crafted weapons that are to their scale.
Seem like bad dudes.
They are bad. They are bad dudes. They look like badasses.
Hell yeah.
They got furs and cloaks and whatnot. And most notably, you see in the firelight, they all have ice blue skin and yellowish blonde, very, very light yellowish blonde hair.
So these are like frost giants.
Mm-hmm.
Jotun, if you do.
If you will, yeah. And
did we hit earlier on their tags? Are they monsters?
Yeah, I guess they would count as monsters. Yeah.
Okay, fair. So I just to clarify, because I do have monster lore or whatever. So
right.
If I need to be like, oh, this is their culture.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know or really I'm coming at them all right, I need to know how they act, what they respect. Mm-hmm. If they're like, oh, we like signs of strength, I might show oh, look at this giant sword. This is how strong I am,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, and then this is plus mental affinity as well.
This would be IQ, actually.
Oh, IQ. Let's see if my IQ can keep up with numbers this time. So I rolled an 88
Nice.
plus 7, which puts me to 95.
Uh-huh.
And then monster lore's 35, so 130.
Great. All right. That is an excellent showing. So yeah, you know right away, and rightfully so, honestly, that these are the Algor, not Al Gore.
I
but
know.
the
I was
Algor.
like, environmentalists.
But these are the Algor. These are otherwise known as frost giants. The wolf far to the north of here is the Algorian Sea and the Algor Mountains. Arguably, these are the indigenous inhabitants of the north of the Great Northern Wilderness. And sadly, like many indigenous folk throughout history, they have been driven to the brink of extinction by invading, movements of other peoples. So they tend to be very reclusive. They tend to live in mountains such as these. And like most giants, they are very, suspicious of outsiders, particularly humans, elves, dwarves, etc. Let's see here. Anything else? Yeah, it was mostly the dwarves that are responsible for their near extinction. But they hate the elves above all others.
Good thing I didn't
Because-
speak Elvish.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah, he would have been immediately set upon. Yeah, because basically in the Rune War of 10,000 years past between the elves and the dwarves, the Algor sided with the elves, who then essentially just used them as cannon fodder.
Classic
Mhm.
elves.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, they mostly hate humans by association, since humans, elves, and dwarves tend to band together. And they actively support the Wolfen Empire. And yeah, in fact, even says Wolfen are beloved amongst them.
So I'm gonna have to play dirty.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's fine.
I love the Wolfen too.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Hey, it says today the giants are still highly regarded and occasionally hold office in Wolfen cities. So there could be a Wolfen Algor politician.
If we hear a little politicking at the bonfire, I'm not going to be mad.
That's right. Just talking politics.
Classic Al Gore. I learned today that Palladium predicted the future. So
no shit. I mean, yeah, these are Palladium Fantasy came out in 1983, 84. So
that's right. Al Gore hadn't even entered this dimension.
I didn't even step through the rift yet.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I call out, and then as far as like faux pas and stuff like that,
Mhm.
or what they respect. Like I said, I don't want to beat anybody down or kill anybody, but I want them to be like you and me can help each other out. You know.
Yeah.
So whatever I need to know or do to make that happen, that's my intent.
Okay. So you're coming into the fire and you're kind of hailing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're all looking at you, and the one that you can see has the greatest aura, the most powerful amongst them.
Right. Any of these guys possessed, by the way?
No, none of them are possessed.
Okay.
So,
unusual aberrations, mutations?
No aberrations. No.
Wow.
No.
Healthy guys.
Healthy, clean, healthy living.
Love to see it.
Clean living and dirty thinking.
That's right.
So,
Same.
So they, so the most powerful among them stands, and he says to you back in Wolfen, Where have you come from, human?
Good question. I'm gonna be honest with it. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna well, actually, like, I'm from the north. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, um, I hail from northern cities and I travel northern paths.
Hmm.
And it is by these northern paths I come to you now.
Hmm. So that seems acceptable. And he continues, and he says, "Why have you come to our encampment then?"
I say, I smelled your cooking meats and wished to sup upon them.
Hmm.
What might I do, or what might I give to uh, to receive the deer?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not like, hey, give me some. I'm like, what can I do to earn a spot at your table?
Right, right. Um, so he answers your question with another question, and he says, "What is that you bear across your shoulder?"
Um, hmm. Do I know? Is it like bad manners to bring a weapon? I mean, they all have weapons, so I
Mhm.
guess I'm okay to be like, okay. Um, um, I'm gonna lift it up with one arm, like out, like
Okay.
like you're holding a bucket of water, like
Uh-huh.
straight out,
Yep.
and and then I'm gonna like raise it over my head and like flick it down,
Mhm.
and the cloak like unfurls around the blade in slow motion as the moonlight fucking like hits Trigom and blind lens flare on the camera,
Right.
and yeah, and I just show it to him.
Okay. So there's a moment of silence as they look upon this thing and sort of take it in.
Oh yeah.
And then there's this collective gasp. And the leader strides forward and he says, "Where did you find that?"
I'm gonna say it was given me um, by a stranger. Do you know this weapon?
"I have never seen this weapon myself, but I know of its type. It is a rune weapon forged by the dwarves during the Rune Wars and used to kill our kinfolk."
Hmm. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. They're like, can you give me a minute?
Yeah, exactly.
Chuckles nervously.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A rune weapon. Okay, I figured. I mean, it is a dwarven made weapon.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, goblin cleaver. All
Yeah,
right. So
exactly.
yeah. All
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna say I keep its blade sheathed so that it may not hurt anymore, or so that it may not shed any more of the blood of the Jotun.
Ooh, okay. That's some primo bullshit.
It definitely is.
Let's see.
Uh,
Let's get a roll here to see if you can pull
okay,
that off. So
let's go.
again, it would be kind of a charm roll, which is just D100 plus your mental affinity.
Here we go.
And plus your wolfen as well, since you're speaking in the wolfen
Oh, okay,
tongue.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I rolled a 58.
Okay.
My Wulfen is 40, which puts me at 98.
Okay.
And my mental affinity
Mm-hmm.
puts me at a 108.
Okay.
I think.
So yes.
Somewhere around.
It's over 100.
Okay, yeah.
So normal difficulty is 100, easy difficulty is 50, hard difficulty is 150. In
Oh,
this case, I would set the difficulty as hard. because this is the equivalent of goblin cleaver or whatever. what
Right.
have you.
Yeah.
However, that's a failure by less than 50 points. So that is a no but.
Okay.
Okay. So this giant looking down at you and the sword. He's 20 feet tall. So
Totally.
Uh,
I would further say, like, at this point,
yeah.
When he starts asking about the sword,
Mm.
I would probably I would like hold it out in front of me in like a non-threatening manner, but
Yeah.
more like a inspect this blade manner.
Right, sure. So,
Yeah.
and that definitely factors in. You're not wielding it at them. It's very kind of like, just check it out. This is what I happen to
Right.
be carrying, kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I do have a gun in the car.
Exactly. Right. So he says, he kind of laughs sardonically. There are none who possess a rune blade who cannot resist the call to use it in battle.
Good Lord.
However, we shall not kill you right away.
Ooh.
You say you walk the northern paths.
Give me a riddle.
It is said that one of your gods, Odd, wields a spear that can sunder any other blade, whether forged by mortal or immortal hands. We much desire this, for it would allow us to destroy all the rune weapons of this world and forever end their scourge. Tell us, how can we find this blade, this spear? If you can tell us this, we shall let you live.
So, do I know? I mean, like, obviously, Guthormr is like a follower of Odd, but would he be like, oh yeah, I know where the spear is, or is he just like, the spear is like a folk tale?
You've heard folk tales about the spear, basically.
Right.
That's about the extent of it,
Okay, so I would tell them then, that I myself am a follower of Odd, and I would probably brandish some kind of religious symbol because Guthormr is religious.
Sure.
So some kind of like necklace or tattoo that he has or something that's like, hey, I follow the northern path religiously. And then be like, I know of the spear of which you speak, and I could find it for you. However, I would need my rune blade until then. And when you get the spear, which I will help you get, you can destroy my rune blade as well.
So in your head, you hear like, now hold on just a minute there.
Right, yeah. And I'm like, shut up.
I'm telling you, lad, we can take all of these giants. Just give me a chance.
I have bigger plans for them.
All right, you rogue.
You rogue. You're the man now, dog.
Yeah, that's right.
He says to a wolfen.
Whoa, that's deep.
You're the dog man now, dog man.
So, okay. So you're pitching them that, yeah. All right.
I'm pitching them that I can help them find the spear, and if I do, they can destroy my rune blade last because I need it to get the spear.
Got it. All right, give me another charm roll. I'll reduce the difficulty to 100 for this one though. So Wolfen plus mental affinity plus
Okay.
your roll.
So this plus 55.
Okay.
Oh, bro, I rolled the nicest number.
Yeah.
A 69.
Nice.
Nice. plus 55.
So 124. All right. Good.
Or sorry, 51 or whatever it is. Yeah, 51.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So
140 or something like
140.
that.
Yeah.
Or 110. Sorry. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. 110.
Math is hard. Math is hard.
You know what? By the time we're done with all this, you'll be able to do arithmetic in your head like nobody's business.
My God. And he leveled up in the end.
In the end. Yeah. All right. So that's just over the difficulty number. So that is a yes, but may not have gone as well as the character had hoped, or something unexpected has occurred.
Best result.
All right. So I'm going to say, all right. So the leader, chuckles a little bit, and he says, "You humans, you are ever sharp of tongue. However, I think it is perfectly reasonable to allow you this opportunity. On the other hand, what kind of fools would we be to let you go just on your own? No, I shall dispatch with you one of my own confederates.
Perfect.
He shall travel with you. You have 1 year and a day to complete this quest. If you do not, then your life shall be forfeit." And he calls out to one of the lower power ones nearby, and he says, "Hrutr, accompany this human wherever he may travel, and see to it that you assist him in anything he needs to complete his self-appointed quest."
I did dig my own grave on this.
You kind of did, yeah.
I did.
And so, yeah, the youngest of the giants stands up. He just has kind of a little wispy chin beard,
Grow up.
And but he looks quite excited,
Oh, okay.
And he says, "Of course, sir." And then he turns, looks at you, and actually gives you kind of a excited little smile. And I think on that odd note, we will leave it off for this week.
Oh, God. Okay.
Having talked your way out of getting pulped by some frost giants.
Oh, having talked them into living a little more.
There's that as well.
All right. How do I spell this giant's name?
It's Hrutr.
Is this my punishment for naming my character Guthormr?
Yes, it is.
Like, now Kenny has to pronounce these.
No, I went to a Yotun name generator, and I could have chosen something far, far worse. So.
Fair.
Like, here, I'll put this one in the chat. I don't even know how to spell this out loud. Like, that's that's the level we're talking. This is including letters I don't even know what the fuck they're called.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, the first one is TH.
Yeah, I know how that's pronounced. Is it a thorn? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, thorn.
Yeah, thorn.
It'd be like a Firmon. Fir.
I mean, there's an accent over the Y. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Guess it would be like a E.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Oof. Now we're talking. Now that's his middle name.
Yeah, exactly.
Tiermunter. Okay, cool. Hrutr.
Yeah.
That's the giant. Okay, that's my giant sidekick.
Yeah, you got a giant sidekick now.
I'm slowly turning into a Frazetta painting.
Yes. Slowly your skin starts to look like oil paint.
Right.
Oh,
Good
man.
Lord. I'm like if Frazetta was painting 80s action movie posters and he was also a Japanese manga artist.
Oh my God. There's a alternate universe right now where that's absolutely what happened.
I'll just will it into existence.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay, great. So let me write down I've got a year and a day to get Odin's fucking spear.
Yeah, that's important. Okay.
XP.
Well, XP. All right.
Let's
so
go.
you need a 25 for the next level. Technically 26, since you need to be 1 point over.
Thank you.
So petty.
So very petty. You're at 1900. You need to be at 1901.
Sorry, I don't make the rules. It's 1901
That's right.
Right here.
Rules is written, dude. Sorry.
Rules is written. So yeah, you got that and a little bit more because you got 925.
925. Is that no? Last time I got like 1,000, right?
Yeah, it was about that. Yeah, or more than that. I think you got like something really ridiculous.
Like 1,100 or something.
Yeah,
that means I underperformed this mission.
Yeah, come on, get with the program, man.
Oh, God, I knew it. 18 plus 7. So I got 9. How much?
925.
Okay, so that puts me at an even 2,800.
All right.
XP, which puts me to level 2, right?
That is level 2.
Fuck yeah. Out of curiosity, what's level 3?
Let's get that right here. Get to the right book. So, level 3 for a mercenary soldier is 3,800.
Bro, I can do that in a session.
You're on your way.
Watch me next session. I'm gonna fight something. I'm gonna kill someone. I'm gonna make a friend. I'm gonna be clever. I gotta get a checklist.
Yeah.
Next session, I'm definitely killing somebody. I'm killing Alyssa. I'm making good on that.
Ooh, yeah. Let's
all right.
Do it. Cool. So yeah, you are level 2, so you get to roll a d6 and add that to your hit points.
Let's go. D6. 2.
Okay.
Okay, so 24.
And
sounds crazy for me being like, let's go talk to these 6 giants.
I know, right? And then let's check your combat bonuses here. What is your hand-to-hand style?
Martial arts.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, came to play. I see. You chose violence this day. I get it.
Woke up and chose violence.
That's right.
I had woke up and did not choose violence today, actually.
That's true.
Or maybe long-term violence, I'm thinking.
you're doing like a compounding interest on violence. You know?
That's right. I like to diversify my violence.
All right. So on your hand-to-hand window or whatever table, you're going to increase your parry by plus 15.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Your dodge also by plus 15.
Bro.
Your strike by plus 10. And you now have a plus 10 to disarm as well.
Whoa. I can't wait to disarm people and then stab them with their own weapons.
Ooh, now you're talking. And let's check your weapon proficiencies as well.
By the way, that puts my parry and dodge up to 30.
Nice.
My strike to 15 and my disarm to 10.
Excellent. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so on the front page, you should have small shield, broadsword, javelin, and dwarven made dagger, right?
And now Trigon, yes.
Okay, and then on the back page, it's the same thing. Okay, that's fine. All right, so no problem there. Just wanted to make sure I was giving you the right terminologies and whatnot. Okay, so that basically what that means. You have WP shield, you have WP knives and daggers, WP sword, and WP javelin. or
I
throne.
I did not have WP knives and daggers written down, but I do now.
Right. Yeah, because it's, that's your dwarven made daggers.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's what that
Yeah.
means.
So knives and daggers, shield. I have chain, spear, and sword.
Oh, you also have chain. Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make sure if I was ever handcuffed, I could strangle somebody.
Could beat someone to death with your manacles.
Beat someone to death. Manacles.
That's important.
And then steal their sword and run
Okay.
away.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's see. Well, your chain, you don't get any increases on that anyway at level 2. WP knife. All right, you get a +5 to strike with the knife.
Okay. So do I put that like in dwarven made dagger?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'll just put that +10 now.
Cool. Right, because you get the +5 for it being dwarven made. And then for the sword, you get a +5 to parry.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And then that's about it. Let me just make sure. Sometimes you do get new skills, like new skill selections. So let me just make sure.
Yeah, I would really love prowl.
Mm-hmm. It's either going to be at this level or next level that you get some skill selections. So okay, so yeah, it's next level. Next level, you get 2 more skills.
Oh, okay.
So
well, that'll be next session. So I'm good. One session.
Yeah.
One more without prowl.
Maybe so. Yeah,
I need 1001 XP.
Yeah. There are no 1 point experience point awards.
To be you show up, you get 1 XP.
Yeah. So the only other thing then, it's the most onerous thing about leveling up in Palladium, which is that literally every single one of your existing skills goes up.
Wow.
And it varies by skill. Some go up by 5, some go up by 4, some go up by 3. So if you want, you can save the PDF and send it to me, and I'll do that dirty work for you. Or
perfect.
You have the book now, so you can also do it if you wanted to. But I don't mind doing it. It's fine.
I'm going to send it to you because I actually don't have the book.
Oh, okay.
It's just on the shelf, but I am going to go buy it.
Okay.
Because I don't think anybody else is gonna.
I know, right?
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Okay, I just sent that to you.
Cool. Perfect.
But I'm gonna open it up and make sure. It should be good. But yeah, check my math.
Will do. Yeah, I do like to audit character sheets periodically anyway, because I've had horrible, nightmarish experiences with checking, like casually glancing at somebody's character sheet after 10 sessions and being like, what the hell is going on with this?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on this character sheet. And so for somebody like me who's never played this system before, doesn't have the book.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, I don't know what's going on, dude.
Yeah.
I just picked a field and started typing.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I'll I'm sort of skimming it right now. It looks okay, but I'll confirm. And speaking of game stores, if Etten or any other place happens to have doubling die, might want to pick that up. Just saying.
Doubling die.
A doubling die. It's basically a 6-sided die that's marked 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Apparently it's used in backgammon.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be used for something else too.
I'm gonna get one.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know where, but I'm gonna have to go to Old Town or something. Find like a board game store.
A board game store.
It's got like 10 copies of Monopoly and.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, another great session.
Yeah, awesome. Great session. Blast.
Excellent. And yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I like I said, I'm kind of leaving things a little open in terms of setting up your game with Des, and so this is giving me some excellent ideas.
Yeah, I caught old Callus being like he said her name.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if she's come across this sword.
Maybe.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess so.
She's gonna come across it again. We're gonna have to fight. She's gonna have to. She wants to earn my respect. She's gonna have to fight me.
I think she'd be down for that.
Hell yeah. Has she? Does she know anything about our sessions? Are you like giving her the lowdown?
She does not know anything yet. She is going to listen to the recordings though once they're out. So.
I'm going to listen to hers too.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to listen to both of ours because I'm sure this is outrageous.
Oh yeah,
to listen to.
Absolutely.
Although I will say I'm scared about having a second player because I feel like now I'm spoiled and like the spotlight is always on me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like
your ego, like it's just
I know,
gonna,
yeah. My ego's through the roof. And like another player is gonna show up and they're gonna do something. I'm like, why? Like, why don't we just attack them? Like jump at them like a panther or a wolf, excuse me. Sensitive wolf can. I'm gonna have to come up with some cool like Conan-esque insults.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like telling her that her words are to me as fleas are to her, or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Oh man. You gotta work in knave and dog a few times.
Dog will be easy.
It's almost too obvious. Right?
It really is. Faster, you dog.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a racial slur.
I call everybody dog.
I call everybody dog. What?
Fucking 2001 stripper girlfriend of yours text me and said, "Get on my level, ho. I'm a level 2, bitch. I'm a level 2, bitch." What the fuck does that mean? All right, what do you got this bamboo texting me? Level 2. What am I, 1? Level 1? Well, that's fine, bitch, because 2 is never a 1. I'm number 1, bitch. Tell her that. She does not need to think that we are similar in any way, honestly. Tell her this. If she's the employee at IHOP, I'm the manager at IHOP. If she's the Chrysler, I'm the Mercedes. If she's Kmart, I'm Walmart, bitch. And that's honest. Tell her do not text me again. I'm very angry, and I'm not lying, I promise.